Throwing a bunch of high performance parts doesn't necessarily mean that your car goes faster, or do it just make more power. If you're into this video, man, go ahead and tap in, man. You got a good one. We got a lot to talk about. Yo, man, so as the video states, yes, do you necessarily go faster? Or do you gain more horsepower by throwing high performance parts to your vehicle or to your engine to make it go faster, or just gain horsepower? So, if you're into this, man, I'm gonna need you guys to go ahead and click in, tap in, man, because we got a bunch to talk about as far as it goes for high performance parts. We do these things on a regular because we want to be able to see the gains, or we want to be able to see our car go faster. So yes, do it gain power? Yes. But does it go faster? No. So if you guys, like I said, clicking in, you guys gonna get a treat for this one. So first off, man, putting a bunch of high performance parts on your vehicle or on your engine does gain the horsepower, but it doesn't gain the speed. The speed will always be there because you still have the factory, or those factory parts from the manufacturer. But as far as the horsepower parts, like long tube headers, bigger head cylinder heads, more lift on your valve train, or more lift on your camshaft, more powerful valve springs, man. So those things right there gain you the horsepower, and you can actually feel the horsepower, but it's not gonna gain you that speed. If you want to gain the speed, you're gonna have to change those component parts to the performance parts. You kind of get what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it, man. We finna jump all the way down from, camshaft, long tube headers, and we're gonna keep it short and sweet. Long tube headers, down all the way down to the muffler itself. So if you guys are tapping in, man, I'm gonna go ahead and need you guys to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit a like and comment, man. So let's get into it. All right, man. So yeah, so as we was discussing that high performance parts does not gain you more speed. It'll get you to what your governor is set at, all right? But you're gonna feel some type of horsepower out of those parts. Long tube headers, you know what I mean? Long tube headers will help you get there. You'll feel it, but you're not gonna gain any more speed than what it's already set at in the factory specs. So you'll need to upgrade your drive train parts, like your differential. Upgrade that thing to a better, faster ratio to be able to keep up with the speed of the engine. Kind of see what I'm saying? If you guys are rocking with a straight manual size, like type a manual transmission, you guys gonna need to get in there and tap in through that governor, which is basically still tuning your drivetrain for that. So yeah, it does have the horsepower, but it's not going to gain you that speed, man. That speed is going to come from other horsepower or high performance parts for the wheel drivetrain of it. So like a better, faster spinning transmission, a better, faster spinning differential. But if you just want my honest opinion, yeah, just change the gear ratio on your differential. You can start there, because the better and the faster differential is going to get you that speed just they're much more faster. Sometimes they may just drop the RPMs from here to about here. So you'll still be able to run. I think most cars right now are running between, if you buy like 65 miles per hour, you probably living in between, 1800 to 2200 RPMs. But you need to change that gear ratio to be able to get that thing to spin up a little bit faster. You kind of see what I'm saying? Because your transmission is spinning the same rate as your engine. So if you want the speed to get faster, yeah, you're gonna have to change that gear ratio and just change it up, man. I mean, you can do that. Just little nicks and tricks and little things that you can do to be able to get you that speed that you want to have. Like I done seen some of them get out there with some of these Hellcats, man, and I mean, they did some of these Hellcats kind of wrong because they was like, man, I'm the fastest thing out here. Yeah, you was the fastest, but now, man, you ain't the fastest no more because you got somebody out there that can match your speed. You see what I'm saying? So as you hit the gas, they can hit the gas, and usually 9 out of 10, what happens? They neck to neck. They like this, but they're doing this crap here. But you can see that Dodge Charger kind of gaining off in there. You know why? Because that horsepower is immaculate, man. Like Dodge did it right. I ain't even gonna lie, Dodge did it right. Like when they came out with that Demon Red Eye, oh boy, you in trouble. Okay, if you got the Hellcat, you still in trouble. If you got the Scat Pack 6.2, you still in trouble. Okay, so everybody trying to keep up with Dodge. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to keep up with Dodge, but Dodge just gains on you just a little bit more because that horsepower factor is kicking in, and they can kick in at any given time. Okay, so when you see those superchargers out there ripping, trust me, they're kicking in. All right. You got some of them that's rocking a straight NA power. Like I know some of these SRT8s that had a SRT8, like that real power, like it's straight gas, no power outers, no turbo, no supercharger, none of that. All right. So no NOS, none of that. So you mean these things are kicking out raw power. Trust me, I got one on my channel right now, a Chrysler 300 Mopar SRT8. And we just did a whole rebuild on that one and went to a full stroker kit to a 1.5 inch of stroke. You feel me? So much more power. You feel me? But it's just that wheel speed on it is just there. Okay, it's completely there. But if you would have just changed the gear ratio on it, oh man, that thing is sick. I mean, super sick. You can't even control it. But yeah, it's you have to change that gear ratio to be able to keep up with some of these horsepower cars like the Corvette ZR1. I think the Camaro ZR1, and then you got the Demons, Red Eyes, and then the Chargers and the Challengers. I mean, these guys are rocking out on some real big stuff, you know what I mean? But when it does go down, it hits the pocket big. I mean, you start to dump cash out of your ATM just to get that thing fixed again. All right, so do change those parts, get the performance parts for it, because you don't want to have to go through this all the time. Like you don't want to have to go back into it and just be like, man, like I gotta go back into here and just change the whole thing all over. Nah, man, get it while you ahead. You know what I mean? So for all the beginners, if you're looking to gain that speed, yes, change that differential, change that gear ratio, because that's what's gonna gain you something. You know what I mean? Like some of them you don't even need a tune for. Even if you guys got the Dodge like me, like I got the Dodge 2010 SXT. You okay? But my differential is universally changed. Okay, I can change mine from a 270 to a 370, or I can even put a 390 in it. You know what I mean? But do I need that much? You see what I'm saying? So you have to figure out where you want to be able to set yourself up at. Number two, man. So number two is a biggie. Um, I think just getting a better torque converter to be able to get you guys to spool up a little bit better. You know what I mean? Because you got to remember the transmission and the transmission and the engine is going to run together at the same speed. Okay, so if that engine is perking out at gains right at 5600, but it's spinning at 5600, well, that torque converter doing the same thing. It's spinning at 5600. But do you need the stock stall or do you need a higher stall? You let me know. So a bigger stall converter helps that thing to gain or even push it even faster. Okay, it's then like you taking a Honda transmission, you sticking it into a demon. Imagine what that thing gonna do. It's gonna spool up, but then it's gonna take off. Like I think the Toyota Supras, if you got I want to say I want to say like the regular automatic. I think theirs lock up right at like 2400. And then next thing you know, that thing is like pew, out of here, like a little ghost in the wind, gone. All right. So yeah, torque converters play a big part of that. You know what I mean? Change that torque converter. So if a lot of you guys already changed the diff and you got the diff going, now it'd be good time for you to be changing up that torque converter. All right. So this way you can actually see where you can do some horsepower gains with tuning. Okay. Because even tuning them, that thing gonna run immaculate, bro. It's gonna look like a little pocket rocket you can pull out your pocket and be like, watch this, and wind up. Yeah, y'all ever seen them old wind up toys and you have to wind it up with the string and then you sit it down and it just go? That's how fast that thing is gonna do it. It's gonna do the same thing. You have to wind that little thing up and then it's just gonna take off and go. Okay? But once it catch up, you ain't gonna catch him because he gonna be gone. All right, because he already did one. Change the differential ratio. Okay, changing that diff ratio just made that bad boy just that much more faster. Okay, so yeah, get a nice torque converter to be able to set yourself up for a nice pull throughout those horsepower gains or throughout the RPM spans or the band of the RPMs. So if you're rocking already at like 1800 and your stuff is living in between 1800 to 2200, well, now with it locking up at like 2600, you're looking at just taking the hell off, because once you apply power to that engine, now that torque converter is going to actually catch up. It's going to catch up quickly, especially if you can spool it like that. So yeah, it's gonna kick in and you're just gonna be gone, because it may do it right off the hit, because if you got enough power to be able to spin it up like that, trust me, it's gonna be gone. I don't care how you look at it, it's just gonna be gone. Okay, so yeah, change up that torque converter to be able to get yourself some nice power gains out of it. All right, so if you want to go faster, there's another hit, number two. Number three, man. So we here at number three. The number three factor is better tires. Get some good tires. Radio tires help you gain even more speed, and it gets you there even faster because you're not with a heavy set conventional tire. But if you are with a conventional tire, make sure your rims are lightweight. All right, so if you got a lighter rate of rim, you just gonna get there even faster. All right, if you got both running at the same time, the light rim with the light tire, man, I am not gonna pull up on the side of you. I'm not gonna try to test you out. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm not even gonna rev my engine. Matter of fact, I may turn my stuff off. All right, because I'm not gonna want to see the back end of your car the whole damn time. All right, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just sorry, because when you say let's race, I'm gonna let your ass go. I'm like, he gone, bro. I'm not finna catch up. You can call me pussy or whatever. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm not gonna play with you, okay? Because I already know 9 out of 10, once you got the transmission with the torque converter right, and you got the differential with the right set of tires and wheels, oh man, look, I am done with you, bro. I'm not gonna play with you. I'm not, like I said, I'm gonna turn my shit off, okay? Especially if you sound like one of them old honky tonk type of tunes and your cam is blah 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 and blah blah, and your whole fucking front end of your car doing like this, jangling and jagging around up in there. I'm not gonna play with you, man. I'm not gonna play with you at all. Not even. I don't play with the ZR1s. I don't play with the Camaro ZR1s. I'm not even playing with the Demons or the Challengers because I already know what's happening up in them things. It is too damn violent. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I got a V6. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh, I got a V8, I'm pushing. No, I got a V6. I'm not playing. I'm not playing with y'all. Because see, y'all V8s, y'all don't play fair. Y'all wait till we get way up there and then you start smiling at your buddy and tapping them on the horn doing like this. Yeah, watch this. And you just come by like a gust of wind, and then next thing you know, my car done veered off the fucking road and your ass stayed going straight. No. I'm not gonna play with you, okay? I'm not doing it. So yeah, 3 common things to be able to make your car go faster and better than it was before, man. So if you guys are out there trying to race these things, hey, those are 3 factors that you can use to gain the advantage over your component, all right? So, man, there it is. You guys just got the secrets right there. So, man, like I said, change them up. Change it up. Hell, even some of you classic muscle car guys. I know you guys heard of the TH400s. If I heard you say turbo 400s, same thing. Those transmissions get you there. But you do need to change that rear differential gear, that gear ratio up in there. Change it. Because it's not going to get there. You're just going to be running hard. And you're going to hear that transmission running. You know, change that torque converter, change that rear differential. All right. So, those are the factors. Those are the keys. These are things that's been proven and tested, even out there on the drag strip and on the street. So, as a DIY guy, effective in seeing in on it. And trust me, I'm doing builds just like that. You know what I mean? Get it right. Get it right, man. You guys have the chance to do it. Get it right. So, yeah, man. There it is. All right, man. So we at the end of the video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope you guys learned something and actually going to be able to use the information with a grain of salt, okay? Do your thing. Make sure you guys are actually getting out there and doing it right. Make sure you guys are smashing that subscribe button and doing that like as well, man. And make sure you guys jump on that notification bell as well. So when I do drop videos like this, you guys are not missing out on that secret, all right? So, man, this is another Busy Bee video for y'all. I'm out. Be safe.